Afternoon, everyone. Instead of morning, so it's not a morning mysticism, it's an afternoon mysticism. So once again, I'm with the pack on a very rainy dog walk today. Today's thought, well, it occurred to me. We've been trying to train one of the dogs. We've been using words like walk, good boy, all the usual, walk, good boy, that kind of stuff, because it's a bit of a tearaway, this one, Kobe. So it occurred to me, like, what's actually happening when I'm saying them words. Obviously doesn't know what them words mean, doesn't understand the context of those words. All the dog's doing is just interpreting them set of noises coming out my mouth with, this is positive behaviour or negative behaviour. And when it's positive, I'll reward them, and if it's negative, I'll chastise them. So the dog builds up an understanding of what you want it to do or not do with some sounds that you give it. The sounds can be anything. You could use any word you want. We just happen to use the ones that mean what they do to us. But you could use words like meatball and like shin bags and like duck boffin. You can use it anything you want. And the reason why, what that made me realise is it's the same for us, people, humans. When we are, we've got this like realm of spirit that, since as far back as we've got recorded history, and maybe even further back before that, we've been trying to interface with, and it's people's experiences of this unknowable, untouchable realm of spirit, which, funnily enough, appears in different religions all over the world, different practices, different faiths, which I relate to. The differences being cultural, the differences being of their time. So we have like different ways of approaching the supernatural, if you want to call it that, or as I say, the realm of spirit. And we have an interface, there's something in between us and that realm, and that might be a figure like Jesus or Buddha, it might be a picture, or the Virgin Mary, or Allah, or whatever it is. Something that we can like wrap our heads around in terms of an image, or a language, or a person, usually a person, which is some representation of the unknowable. And just as the dogs can hear any signal, any sound, but build a relationship to what that sound is supposed to mean or convey, it's the same with humans and their representations of the infinite or the unknowable. It can be anything. So a lot of people won't like to hear it, people who are fundamental about their religion and think it's the only one. But it doesn't actually matter. If you have a religious experience or a spiritual experience, you're probably going to see the visions or the images that mean the most to you from your culture. But it changes from person to person, depending on time and place. But it's just some way of us and our brain wrapping our heads around what is imageless. Basically, that's how we interact with it. Anyway, this phone is getting wet, these dogs are getting wet, I'm getting wet. I'm gonna call it there. I'll see you soon.